Jai Swaminarayan. Today I would like to share a very flabbergasting and electrifying case study about how unethical practices can dilapidate the success in your life. It is about a gentleman who was the face of corporate India in the Western world, an IIT Delhi graduate who accomplished his MBA from Harvard University. He was the first foreign-born managing director of McKinsey & Company. He was also the board member of prestigious corporations like Procter & Gamble, American Airlines, and Goldman Sachs. He was also the advisor of myriad non-profit institutions like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundations. He was at the pinnacle of his success. He was at the crescendo of his success. He had 40 years of eminent, illustrious, and imposing corporate image. But just few seconds of unethical practices, he had to succumb to jail and go behind the bars. And his name was Rajat Gupta. I'm sure most of you might be acquainted, cognizant, and conversant with his name. When Rajat Gupta was the board member of Goldman Sachs, Warren Buffett once offered to invest his $5 billion in the firm. The firm had a meeting, and after the meeting, it was decided that they would accept the $5 billion from Warren Buffett. But as soon as the meeting was over, Rajat Gupta instantaneously makes a phone call from Russia to America, because it was very conspicuous that if someone like Warren Buffett is investing his $5 billion in the firm, the stock prices of Goldman Sachs would instantaneously rise. And that is what happened. After the promulgation and enunciation was made that Warren Buffett invested his $5 billion in the firm, the stock prices of Goldman Sachs instantaneously augmented and millions of shares were sold. You might be ruminating that this is a very rattling way to become rich. But Preet Bharara, a government attorney in Manhattan, bragged out, how could it be that someone buying millions of dollars of shares and next day the price is instantaneously going up? Someone might be having very conspirational, confidential, and esoteric information. And circumstantial evidences claim that Rajat Gupta actually made this phone call. He was convicted and sentenced. His partner, Rajaratnam, who actually orchestrated all this, was sentenced to 11 years of prison for insider trading. Rajat Gupta did many philanthropic, benevolent, altruistic, and eleemosynary works. Hence, myriad prestigious people from more than 100 countries, whom Rajat Gupta facilitated in building numerous non-profit institutions, wrote letters to US judicial system and law enforcement to dwindle his imprisonment. In the US courtroom, when the judge promulgated the verdict, Rajat Gupta was sentenced to 2 years of imprisonment and $5 million worth of fine. Rajat Gupta, in packed courtroom, tears rolling down his cheeks, looking down with repentance and penitence, said one sentence which we should all ruminate, contemplate upon. Rajat Gupta said, "My 40 years of corporate image has been drained in merely 5 seconds." Remember, there are no shortcuts for becoming successful in life. You may be spared 1 or 2 times, but not more than that. For all of your unethical practices, you will have to pay back. This is a ubiquitous, universal law. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. Remember, God is perpetually watching and testing your integrity. A life of integrity leads to God's blessing. Remember, always keep God at the epicenter and omphalos of your life. He will perpetually flourish your life to the pinnacle and crescendo of success. Jai Swaminarayan.